How well do you know your wife? This is the underlying question of a lovely set of folktales from Japan, in which an unsuspecting husband finds out that his wife was an animal this whole time.
Fucked up fairy tales with Liz.
Ding! Long, long ago, a young nobleman named Abe no Yasuna was on his way to visit a shrine in Shinoda. On his way there, he noticed that a soldier had trapped a beautiful white fox.
Hey there, what do you think you're doing trapping such a gorgeous, defenseless animal? Buzz off, buddy. We need these fox livers for medicinal purposes. Well, I'm gonna need you to let it go for me not punching you in the nuts purposes.
The two men scuffled and fought, and while Yasuna did win the upper hand, he also sustained some pretty serious wounds. Despite this, before he stumbled off, he was able to free the white fox from her trap. Later on, while Yasuna struggled to return home, a beautiful woman showed up at his side to help him along.
All right, cutie pie, let's get you back home and into some bandages. Either I'm dying, or you are the most beautiful goddess I have ever laid eyes on. Why not both? What? I'm joking! Don't worry about it.
Now I'm sure you've surmised that the beautiful young woman was Kuzunoha, the white fox whom Yasuna had rescued. Often in these animal wife stories, the animal is repaying a debt, and Kuzunoha was grateful to Yasuna for freeing her from the soldier's trap. She settled into his home and nursed him back to health. And while she did, the two got to know each other and they fell in love. The two got married and soon bore a child, whom they named Seimei. It was very clear, even from a young age, that Seimei was no ordinary boy.
All right, son, how about a bedtime story? Well, I just finished War and Peace, so maybe we could follow up with some Crime and Punishment. You're 4 years old. You're right, Dad. Those are way too easy. I should be reading at my reading level.
Yasuna and Kuzunoha stayed married for some years, with Yasuna none the wiser. This is really impressive of Kuzunoha, because in Japanese folklore, foxes, when shape-shifting, still show their true form in their reflection in the water, or by their shadow on the wall. Maybe Kuzunoha avoided beaches and stayed in the shade.
Or maybe it's because my husband wouldn't see the carton of miso in the fridge, even if it was right in front of his face. Am I right, ladies?
Alas, secrets cannot be kept forever. One day, Kuzunoha was in the garden with Seimei. It was a gorgeous day, and the chrysanthemum was looking particularly enchanting. Kuzunoha was so caught up in admiring it, she didn't notice that she let something slip.
Has the garden ever looked this beautiful? Mommy has a tail! What? How'd that get there?
Now that her secret had been revealed, Kuzunoha had no choice but to abandon her family and her human form.
Sorry, kid.
But before she left, she gave her son a poem that instructed him how to find her in the Shinoda forest. Yasuna and Seimei were utterly devastated to lose their wife and mother. They didn't hesitate to follow the poem's lead and try to find her in the forest. But Kuzunoha was unable to return to her human form, and so she could only meet them as a fox.
Oh, my poor boys. We had a nice run of it, didn't we? I just don't understand. This whole time? How did I never notice? Oh, honey, 'cause you're dumb. Luckily, our offspring will be much better off. I cannot return to mother you, Seimei, but I can give you a gift. Seimei, you now have the power to communicate with all animals. Really? Hey, Crane, how's it going? You know, same old, same old. Huh. I guess I thought animals would have more interesting things to say. Oh yeah, and talking to a toddler is so enthralling. Trains, Pokemon, Baby Shark, who cares?
In the famous version of this story, Seimei grows up to be Abe no Seimei, who was a legendary historical figure of divination and philosophy. The end. I'll see you soon for another fairy tale.
Fucked up fairy tales with Liz.